I gotta fix my damn lighting on this thing. Yeah. Yeah, this is... Yeah, what do you mean? Like... Why? What does it say? I don't know that I have anything specific set up for... Oh, like in Discord? Because it says posted a video in Discord, but... Well, you should get like a push notification to your phone saying that I'm live. But yes, the bot can't determine what is a video and what is a live stream, and so it just says it posted a video. That is the truth of it there. Gotcha. Sucker for being a schmuck. Here's my copium for CYB Blue One ban. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. So there is a Discord harm. Let me get you that invite actually to it real quick. Let me hook you up with a little bit of that. Just so you are aware. This is the invite to the Discord. If you are not a part of it, feel free to join it. I'm going to be putting this over in everything I possibly can, but we're getting more and more people into the Discord so I can start like actually doing something. I need to like get somebody to like fully overhaul the thing because it just kind of looks okay. But see, one of the root bounds getting banned though. I don't think that they're going to unban blue CYB yet. If anything, they're going to ban the remaining of them. I think that oddly enough, if I were to expect a ban, it would look a lot like the ban list from Project Blue. Which is crazy to think about, but it is that way, in which I think that the Project Blue ban list is probably something they might be looking into. And then maybe obviously some pretty powerful Majestics too. Cleanup bans. Yeah, Traverse getting a ban could make sense. I mean, New doesn't use it, so it's not like that. Also, fun fact, I don't know if you guys saw this just literally released, like, as I was going live. This is the pre-release event stuff. You'll see that there's our stuff here. These are our weapons, which goes to show that it doesn't look like Grave Bones is getting a weapon, which is really, really weird. Like, the offhand here is like it's like, can you run 2 compass? Like, this literally just dropped, like, I kid you not, like a couple minutes ago. And so, like, if you're able to see a little bit, I guess, let's see if we can. Yeah, I guess. So this is our pirate gear, right? So you get, each player will receive a 12-card pre-release promo pack, which includes, this includes all 4 pieces of gear, which is cool. 1 of 5 rainbow foil weapons. So they considered this an offhand weapon. 6 double-sided basic cards. I'm assuming these guys here. And then 1 perforated basic card, which is the Gold Kiss Rum and Gold. Probably be a golden cog and a gold harpoon, maybe. Interesting. That is insane to think about. Does that mean you run 2 2 compass? Can you? I guess you can run 2. Well, no, you can only run 1 offhand, right? You can't run 2 offhands. I guess if you can run 2 weapons, you can run 2 offhands. Probably nothing stopping you from that. But yeah, Mike, I swear it was... The notifications I thought you were talking about was for when you look on your phone. If I go live, there should be like a notification that gets pushed out that says, hey, you know, Ashen Wings TCG is live right now. And so... Can only run 1? Okay. I mean, even, I guess with 1, right? It also only makes sense to run 1, I guess, right? Because it's the first card with Watery Grave gets go again. So, like, it wouldn't affect a second one, even if you did it. So, that makes sense. I also haven't made a video talking about the spoiler stuff yet. So, that might be interesting to kind of go over while we wait for some stuff. I want to double check and see. Bans are not up yet. So we will wait patiently. We will wait patiently for bans. I think they're supposed to be today, or at least later tonight. So technically. Yeah, I don't know. So theoretically, what could we consider getting banned? Right? What would make sense as a ban going into this new meta? Right? Who's legal to play, and why would cards be banned for them? I think that seeing 3 of a kind be banned makes sense. What we can do, actually, we can look back on the book. I need the is it no 2023? No, not that one. Maybe it was September. This is it. This is the book burning article. So what we need to look at is we see that all these cards got banned. What we need to look at are the cards that they are looking at. Let's see here. Yeah, notably absent. Here we go. Let's read this real quick. Why are 3 of a kind, Tome of Harvest, Tome of the Arknight, and Tome of Imperial Flame not being banned? 3 of a kind and Tome of Harvest both have natural limiters built into them that prevent multiple copies of themselves being played in the same turn, and or impose constraints on the volume of cards that can be played thereafter. Tome of the Arknight has enough positive variance built into it for us to be comfortable letting it stay. Excuse me. Tome of the Imperial Flame imposes a high deck construction burden, comes with a defensive vulnerability, and most importantly, does not net cards outside of a few Phoenix Flame interactions with that currently exist. Should there become more ways to return a Phoenix Flame to hand, it is possible that one day Tome of Imperial Flame may need to join the other Forbidden Books of Wraith. So it's funny because 3 of a kind here, they've noted why they feel that it is not necessary to ban it. I think that it would be insane for them to not ban this card. Strictly because effectively what you get to do is you get to draw a card and then put it in your arsenal, right? If it's an arrow, right, put it in your arsenal. Pretty sure due to her ability. Let me turn down the music just a tad bit here. Just a tad bit. Just a casual amount of lo-fi. So when you take a look at Marlin, whenever you draw a card during your action phase, you may put an arrow from your hand face up into your arsenal. So it makes a lot of sense, right? Because you're already putting them in your arsenal where you are then going to fire them. And then any other blues in your hand, you can just keep to pitch, right? You can pitch them to harpoon and all that other stuff. Like, I think being able to do that is going to be really, really, really good. But if they believe that 3 of a kind is not going to be... Oh my god, you gotta get like a coffee or something. Jesus Christ. If it's thought that this is going to be the case here, that Marlin is going to be like some insane hero that's, you know, you're going to draw a card and then put it in your arsenal, draw a card, put it in your arsenal, draw a card, and then be able to like do ranger shenanigans to get another card, pitch it, and just pitch and shoot, pitch, shoot, pitch, shoot. Like, one card being able to load that much is pretty good, especially if there are ways to give things like go again here. Not to mention the fact that obviously you can make harpoons, so another big deal. And more importantly, I believe harpoons get made into hand. Is that right? Yeah, create a goldfin harpoon in your hand. Go again. So I don't know that it's going to make a lot of sense for that to be relevant to keep. I think it doesn't make any sense to keep it. I think that Marlin certainly can abuse it, but if it stays, it's probably due to this, right? This is what they're looking at here. But yeah, other than that, I mean, they were looking at things like Tome of Harvests, which I know Florian and Verdance aren't using, so probably not going to get hit. Tome of the Arknight, nobody's using. And Tome of the Imperial Flame, there is not that Phoenix Flame interaction. And also none of the, notably none of the Royal Draconic heroes that came out of the Hunted are using it either. So it is kind of wild to see that there. But that was the ban list that previously occurred. Yeah, you effectively get what? You have all 3 cards replace themselves. Like, you have to play Tome of Harvest, you have to pitch a blue, and then you also have to have a card in Arsenal. Those 3 cards then just replace themselves by drawing 3 new cards. So, I mean, let's just stack a little bit better, but I think it's pretty neutral as far as things are concerned. I feel like banning Tunic would shake the entire meta. Hot take. You know, Sweet, I think you might... That would be a very, very crazy shakeup. I would not know what would happen. I think Tunic being banned is... I mean, Tunic is something they have to make cards around right now. The same goes for things like 0 for 4 defense reactions, so I'd be curious if that's something that they actually banned. I think it's like a staple card in every deck nearly, so it's hard pressed to be like, hey, everybody get rid of that $150 card. You know, you can no longer play it in this format. My buddy thinks he'll ban Codex. I think if Codex is not being reprinted in High Seas, it will be banned. That is my hot take. Strictly because I don't think that it is... I think it's really powerful, but the fact that it's like the auto include in everything is kind of rough. I also think that there's probably a world where Felling of the Crown gets banned. But I don't know. Print more chest armors that generate. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that you also have... That's what they're doing. You know, with cards like Dead Threads, like, this is a way for heroes to have their own generative chess piece for resources. Like Dead Threads utilizes this for an additional resource when allies hit the grave. You have cards like Blood Splattered Vest, right? Blood Splattered, right? Oh, these are decks. Whoops, cards. Yeah, Blood Splattered Vest, which is just like a 3-time anytime you're able to hit with the Dagger Tunic. Exactly, right. They're effectively creating all of these cards that are due to replace Tunic. You know, it's... And I like that they have that. They're far more thematic ways to gain a resource. You know, Teklo Foundry Heart, you banish 2 cards off the top of the deck, you get 2 resources. Trench, you get a card from your arsenal to the bottom of your deck, you get a resource. Blood Splattered Vest, you hit with the dagger, you get a resource. Dead Threads, ally dies and goes to the grave, you can tap to get a resource. And those are valuable thematic ways to go about getting a resource to utilize, because you're trading a card for a resource effectively. Whereas in Tunic, it's just, yeah, every 3rd turn I get a resource, and I'll just have it sit there until I need to use it. So I don't think that Tunic being banned is a... honestly, I don't even care what they ban, right? It's going to feel bad for, like, my wallet, probably. But, like, overall, if it's something that's actually going to make the game better, you know, more variety is going to come from this, and it's going to allow for a more thematic feel to your hero, as of which they wanted to promise in this here, right? Where the hell is it? Yeah, class, talents, and hero identity. Create heroes that embody the essence of their class, talent, and character, and then cultivate and preserve a unique mechanical identity for each class and hero. That is something that they hope to do moving forward in the creation of the game, right? And so this is, you know, these are the flesh and blood design principles of 2025, which it is that year right now. So, of course, every card counts, right? Curate metagame that include archetypes where every card is a deck plays a meaningful role. Empower agency, curate a card pool and metagames where players have choices that allow them to meaningfully engage with the game plan of their opponents, and victory is earned through the accumulation of many good decisions. I don't know. I think we're in a... it's an interesting place. But I think cards like 3 of a Kind might be contentious. Again, it's also was on their quote-unquote list here. But I also think that just like overall, there's probably... Like what could happen to shake up the meta, right? Like theoretically, if something were to shake up the meta, like, what could it possibly be outside of removing D-reacts, 0 for 4 D-reacts, and leaving in 0 for 3 D-reacts, or getting rid of, like, hyper-aggressive combos, right? Banning Snapdragon Scalers would be kind of crazy. Again, like, I'm looking at a lot of stuff for, like, Project Blue, and I'm like, huh, that might be something that might be hit. Bonds unban be possible for Katsu? I mean, I don't think that's it. It's an impossible feat, but I do think that there are still enough cards in the game for Bonds to be aggressive to the point where, like, you're probably not going to be able to get away with playing Bonds for long before LSS is just like, nope, you took a bunch of turns to set up and then you just bondsed for 50. Like, can't be doing all that shit. Gravy's weapon? Apparently, there is no Gravy weapon. If you have taken a look here, unless they plan to, like, change this, these are the pre-release kits that you're going to be getting. You're going to get 1 of each of these pirate pieces in cold foil. you're going to be getting 6 double-sided cards and then 1 of 5 rainbow foil weapons. So it is showed here that there's the Copperworks, the Spitfire, the Compass, the Hammerhead, and the Red Spine Manta. So I don't think Gravy Bones is going to have a weapon unless there's like a majestic pirate weapon. They could get, yeah, but like they also should not strictly make that weapon available through the armory deck and the armory deck alone, because that would be a feels bad. I mean, let's just think about this here, right? Like theoretically, if this is a pirate necromancer weapon, it would be right here, and then it would be the offhand. But there's still 2 cards here that we don't know anything about. Could be, you know, more common pieces of equipment here, effectively, or more Majestics. Then if you scroll past everybody else here, you have the pirate stuff, right? You have the pirate equipment here. It could be right here in this section. You could just have a pirate weapon that you can get through here. Now, of course, that still kind of sucks, because that means that if you don't pull that pirate weapon within the slot, even if it's like a common or whatever, you don't have a weapon. Which is a feels bad. So I don't know. As long as it's not in the expansion slot, like freaking like Hunter's Clave. That's all I care about. I do not want it to be in the expansion slot. Woo-wee golly. Yeah, Crack Bobble Repent. And it's bigger this time. So it was small in the Hunted, now it's big again. I still don't know the concept. I don't understand. Like, I don't think I've ever played a sealed or draft where I need to play a Cracked Bauble. So I'm surprised they're still putting them in there. Everybody's previews are done, right? Yep. The high seas calls ye. I mean, I know some people who do. There's some friends of the channel who quite literally collect all the Cracked Baubles. They get like alpha Cracked Bauble. They have an alpha Cracked Bauble that they got slabbed. Very interesting. Very interesting way to go about doing that. I wonder if you're able to just put these in your deck. That wouldn't make any sense. I gotta stop yawning, dude. The hell? I am losing it. But Fool's Gold's interesting. What's up, Julian? How you doing? What's up, Biggs? At what point does LSS pull the trigger on their own Power 9 ban? I mean, they're already kind of doing it. I know Art of War was kind of considered a Power 9 piece, and that got banned. We might see something like that this time around. I ended up selling a CNC today, and I'm wondering whether or not CNC would be a card that gets the ban. I don't think it will, because I don't really think CNC is a problem. But you know, they might, again, going with the theme of they want heroes to be more thematic. You know, running one card in every deck because it's always good to destroy your opponent's arsenal is kind of a rough one. So Was Project Blue? I've been playing other TCG. Project Blue is a fun little format that is currently being tested by a bunch of folks up in New Zealand for LSS. And it's essentially just Commoner, but with rares. It's the same concept. So, but there's a bigger ban list. It's quite a lengthy ban list, actually. Thoughts on Victor? I don't think Victor's an issue. Like, I don't really know that he's that bad. Because what? A lot of this generic stuff, like when this is discarded, create a Gold Kiss Rum token. Like, I don't know what that's going to do for you. Midas Touch, the controller of the ally gets the gold, not you. And then, like, that's it. So you don't really have a way to like get just even more gold. Like, if there was a way that Victor could destroy an ally he owns and then do this, like, that'd be a lot. Yeah, Spicy, a lot of people have been saying they've enjoyed Project Blue a lot more than they have Commoner or Blitz, which I don't, I agree. I think that's, I think really when you just make it commons and rares, it is very, very straightforward. So Jonathan, how you doing, dude? Are you 2 channel members in the chat? Let's fucking go. Let's go. Which of the newest 3 seed decks would you grab? You can only get 1. Only 1 interview? Probably. I mean, I'm going to be honest, just so I can get kind of like ahead of the game, and it's also the most interesting hero I've seen out of the set. Probably just Gravy Bones. I mean, I like allies. I think allies are a lot of fun. I'm just also really curious to see how this hero works. But luckily, the good news is that Gravy Bones is going to be super inexpensive to play because you can buy an armory deck, and on top of it, you have all of the cards are limited to directly Pirate Necromancer, which means that like none of these allies are going to be able to be used in another Necromancer. So when they come out with just regular Necromancer, you can't play any of these guys. So it is going to be cheap. Their Marvels are probably going to be cheap too. Maybe not all of them. Maybe not this one. Moray is probably going to be a lot. How's weapon is going to work? Well, turns out, Jonathan, I don't think he's getting a weapon. Because it says 1 of 5 rainbow foil weapons. You will notice that there are 2 bows and 2 guns. But only the compass. Cooking on Huntsman, I'm still skeptical of the ban codex. They might. Yeah, I think compass might probably be the only thing there. Because, I mean, effectively, this just means that you get go again on your first summon, which allows you to attack with it, right? And then you can use things like Gold Kiss Rum to give it go again on its attack, and then you can attack with another one. Did you run Talishar? You actually can't run Talishar. Talishar is a 2-handed weapon. Yep. Talishar is 2-handed weapons. Of course, you could just not run this if you want to run Talishar. So, yep. Unfortunately, not a thing that can happen. But that's what I'm hoping, though. Genuinely, like actually, if they have a one-handed generic weapon come out in this set and just have it be like a cutlass or something, that's great. Yeah, and you can't Lantern Bones, like, really, like, you just have this. Like, all you have is the compass. So, I wonder if this is kind of like the KO treatment that you get for this, where, like, you could only have one hand, effectively. No, I mean, this one says the first card with Watery Grave you play from your graveyard each turn gets go again, so I'd imagine you wouldn't have another one unless that other one says if you've played a card with Watery Grave, give your next ally attack go again or something. But like, I don't know. It's arcane damage. I don't think any of these guys are dealing arcane damage. Maybe Kelpie, right? I don't think any of these guys are doing arcane damage. Also, do you see this? I'm just realizing there's still like 10 cards, 11 cards here that are not listed. These would also all be allies. Am I right? Like, these will probably be attack actions, and then these will be allies? Could be ally adjacent. Oh, you know what? Well, it's because they're rarities. Just kidding. Because these are these are rares, and then the rares will probably end with scuba. And then we'll get into the common attacks and then the allies. Because these guys are all going to be common. Barnacle's going to be a common. Chowder's going to be a common. Cuddy's a common. Rigor Mortis is a common. Shelly's a common. And Swabby's a common. So that makes sense. Okay. How much is Gravy's deck going for on TCG Player? An amount that you should not buy it for. Gravy bones. $75. Pro tip. I'm gonna tell this to all you. Don't ever buy armory decks from TCG Player. Don't ever do this. Okay? Don't ever. These are people who got allocations and probably don't have a brick and mortar, who are attempting to like oversell them, and you're gonna pay a markup for that. Just wait till they release at your LGS and then purchase one from your LGS. Just makes sense. Don't do all that. I sort of didn't get any. Is there another store in your area that happened to have gotten some? Your store specifically may not have gotten any, but did they not get any because they were denied or because there just wasn't enough? Because I'm hearing they weren't allocated. Okay. I would say that if that is the case and you are unable to get them from an LGS, you should talk to people amongst your local community and see if anybody is able to obtain a armory deck for less than what's going on TCG Player. Because you could probably just wait and get an armory deck for Gravy Bones after the second wave, and it will cost you $40. But I'll tell you, like, the amount of times in which I have, I've heard that there are places that did not get armory decks due to allocation, right? Due to the fact that they just were not allocated any. But most people are willing to just like do that. The fact of the matter that Sloop Dupe was able to reach out to LSS and say, I do not have anybody in my area that has an armory deck for, I think it was like Bolton at the time or something. And they sent him a Bolton deck. And I mean, obviously like content creator-esque kind of concept, but like still, like knowing that your area did not get any, you should be able to reach out. And yeah, Topple, yeah, Discords are also a great thing too. Discords are just like, some people, like I expect not a lot of people are going to be playing Gravy Bones out in our area. Maybe like 25% of players might, but we're still going to more than likely have armory decks on the shelves. We still have max decks on the shelves, which is, I mean, to be fair, the deck is not great, but it is, at allocation is definitely a weird thing right now for this set, so I'm curious if they, you know, if anything's going to be further addressed in that situation. Sonic Gravy is a pet deck, fair. I think most people probably do. All I'm saying is I need to now get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Marvels. What the fuck? 14 if I want to get the hero. Yeah. Yeah, OTK Florian is going to be kind of dead in the water. That's another thing people are assuming is that freaking Scepter of Pain is going to get banned, and I'm like, I don't think Scepter of Pain's going to get banned. Yeah, 39 Marvels. That's right. These are probably going to be like, I wouldn't even doubt that these are like 2 in a box. Oh shit, you know what? You're right, they are. I didn't even see that, Spicy. That says B down there. Oh, fucking thank God. That's actually so sick. That's so awesome. Holy shit. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I'm gonna be making so many cheap decks that I can actually make CC viable. Oh my gosh, let's go. That's so sick. It just means, listen, I've been saying this for a long time now. Like, I think that all they needed to do was just make one young hero on one side, flip to the adult hero on the other. It's good for when you're switching from CC to Blitz, and it's also just conveniently like that's what you're doing is when you're flipping it like that. You know what I mean? Like making its own specific token just costs you more cardboard. Like just print it on the backside of a hero. That way, if anybody gets a Gravy Bones, they know that they can flip it and go, oh, okay, there's the adult Gravy Bones. So if I want to build them in CC or Living Legend or whatever, I can build them there. But if I want to build them in Blitz, do the other way around. So, yeah. Yeah, I know, Josiah. It was crazy that, like, there's no reason for them to do it. Because then you're losing out on, like, 3 to 4 Majestic slots that are actually probably cards that matter, as opposed to this is just the hero. So, yeah. Like, initially, everything was tokens. And now it's like, okay. Like, now you can't do that. So, but now it's back. So, thoughts on the Fable? I think the Fable might make this thing. I think you will pitch a Fable, you'll create this in your hand. Maybe. But it looks like this is a card you can add into your deck. Like you can add a Crack Bauble in your deck. So this is literally just Crack Bauble, but gold. So interesting. Oh my god, my Marvel Rum. Saren, you're right. Shit. Fuck. Damn it. Damn it. So what? 41 Marvels? 41 Marvels. That's crazy. That's insane. Hello, hello. Oh, Topple, sorry. You think they might be banning some Mech Ranger cards to prep for the new heroes? I don't think any Mech cards get banned. I don't know that Mech... I don't even know that Mech, like, cared about any of the things that came out outside of, like, this card. I think everything else just kind of was like, all right, like Cog in the Machine maybe is pretty good. But like I've heard nothing but bad things after hearing about Copper Cog. I'm like, all right, sure. I don't know what you're doing, but like go for it, man. But it just looks like they got a bunch of pumps and like nothing else. Their weapons aren't even that great, really. I mean, Spitfire is probably the best one. Right. So, like, obviously, like, these cards right here, and these cards right here, and these cards right here, are going to be what is going to allow for all of these other cards that were shown to work. I mean, we all know that rares and commons are like the core of every deck's engine, and then the majestics just kind of help elevate that power level. So, you know, only a matter of time that we see more stuff, but I don't know that Mech is going to get hit with anything. They got a bird. I don't think you could hurt Mech anymore. Like, they've got a bird. They lost High Octane. Their max deck sucks. Like, keep them happy. The amount of 1 cost 4 on next card is going to be so good. Yeah. Yeah, for Wrench Max. But Ranger stuff, though, I would think that 3 of a Kind gets banned preemptively. Discord falsely claims that one of your best friends in the whole world is posting a post-love video. Oh, post-live video. No, Meeseeks is I don't know the whole bot thing, right? I'm trying to get the Discord all set up and working, but like, I feel like such a boomer trying to set it up. So I'm just like, here's a bot. We'll just try to put in a bunch of automation, and then people can chat amongst themselves. So Poison Tip is going to be interesting too. I would like to see, I mean, it could be a card that gets hit, but also the other thing is it also sounds like a lot of turns Marlin is going to be coming in with low power arrows and not high power arrows. And so with that being the case, it's kind of like if they were a Mystic Ranger effectively, they're coming in with the low ceiling that they have to have blues for in order to pump up that ceiling. And I don't know. I think they have enough hand disruption as it is with all these Go Fish abilities, so it is interesting. Yeah, poison the tips, right? Poison the tips. Yeah. Yeah, poison tips is good, but also overpower is like kind of easily worked around, I think, just because it allows for defense reactions. So unless they ban defense reactions or they ban block cards or something of the sort, like, we're already in a fatigue-esque meta. I don't think overpower is going to be the thing where it's like, yeah, you're just fucking up aggro decks, which Ranger always has. So I don't know. All right, when are we getting the ban list? Come on. I do wonder if we're going to get it today. We're getting it today, or if we're getting it like early tomorrow. But we'll stay live and hang out until then. So yeah, soon.tn. Yeah. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Because it's funny because like sometimes they'll be like, oh, the ban and restricted announcement on this date, and it will be posted as the New Zealand date and not the US date. So I'm just like, shit. Yeah. Will new LL this weekend, or will be able to terrorize my locals for 1 week? Shit, I don't think she'll LL this weekend. Just till tomorrow at 12 p.m. East Coast time. Where did you get that information? Yeah, because what's new at right now? 914 or something? Oh, 900 exactly. No, I don't think she does. I bet she sits at like, I don't know. Sits like maybe like 985 or something. Okay, bye, Saren. We'll chat with you later. I mean, it could be. I don't know. And this is just like, you're nervous about the ban? I don't know that there's too much to be nervous about. What if Dash LL? What if that's what happened? Look how close this is now. I'd be really curious. And it's also funny to think that like these 4 heroes are probably like pretty good. Good for 300 for Codex and Memphis. I mean, they said a pretty notable reprint was going to be happening. 2 notable reprints were going to be happening in what do you call it? In High Seas. So I don't know if that's their plan. I really don't know what they'd ban. Otherwise, I'm afraid of Pistol Puffin. Pistol Puffin would be kind of crazy. Just cranking. It's just Slapdash, but Puffin only. It's crazy. Yeah, like, I mean, Florian's already up there. It's crazy to think how, like, this list seems so much shorter, right? I mean, you got to think about all the heroes that have, like, sub 400, right? There's Kasai all the way down to Betsy. And, like, Syndra's doing great, right? She earned a lot of points. Florian obviously earned a lot of points. And then New earned a lot of points. Also, that's the other thing. Who the hell am I seeing at Nats? While everybody's in the chat right now, who the hell am I seeing at Nats? Anybody going to Nats? Because I'm stoked. I'm stoked to finally be going to like an actual freaking event. You have no idea. Well, Sarah, I know you're going to be there. I'm excited to see you. Excited to party it up with the Colorado folks. Colorado folks are going to be great. I almost said Fang. Like folks and gang, Fang. But Fang Gang be fangin'. Sure, sounds good. Well, Luke's rooming with me, so yeah, I'll definitely be seeing you for sure. You broke your gonads? Yeah, 5 years or 6 months. Yeah. Well, Katsu has been constantly cut, Capo, so it's been rough for them. Maybe Worlds side event scrub for me. There you go. Yeah, Worlds. I'm also trying to go to Worlds too, so I have seen Dragon Scaler's price topple, and like it was only a matter of time, you know. Like it really is something that you have to be pretty adamant about whenever a new set comes out, because if you see stuff that's going for like, if you see legendary pieces of equipment you only need one of going for $40, you should just buy them. Like that's, even if it's not for a hero that you think you're going to want, you should buy them because it's really worth it. About 3 cold foils, Topple. What do I got to do to get one of those from you for like, say maybe somewhere around $40? What do I have to do as your favorite streamer, as your favorite content creator? What do I got to do? What do I got to do? I mean, I don't think it's Dromicope. I think it's one word, right? Dragon Scaler. Flight Path, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's at 88 now. But it, I mean, look at this. Like, $40. Crazy. Get Dash I Eat LL. You got it, boss. I'll get right on it. Yeah, I mean, it's awesome for Fang. It's the same reason people started running it in freaking Phi, too. Because you could be like, oh, I get to attack with my Ember Blade again? That's awesome. 1 blue gets me an Ember Blade attack, and then I get to pay the resources here to then attack with it again? Crazy. And it's got Battle Worn. It's good. Card is good. Yeah. I actually just bought a ton of like low dollar like Majestics. So I'm very, very excited to get those in, and I can finally have like play sets of stuff. I bought, oh, you know what? That's what I wanted to check on. I wanted to check to see on if cleave. I mean, I do not own one, Topple, so like I certainly would like to have one. But I just don't have one right now. So, little man, do you want to come say hi to everybody? Is that what's going on here? Okay. So this is my son. He's glitching out due to the camera. Hang on. Hang on. There he is, kind of. Let's turn off this thing real quick. Turn off this filter. Jump scare in 3, 2